Oh, well, it's Earth current period.
Right.
Oh no, not technically current period, because it was right before World War II
Oh, that's right. It was before World War II.
initially.
Yeah.
Although no, see, because you start getting into a weird area because when McCoy and the dude go through first, they end up in a weird. They end up like a year before or something when Kirk and Spock then go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, that time. Yeah,
So it's a little foggy in my mind now.
yeah. But the actual story behind it is actually really, really, really fucking funny because that one's a Harlan Ellison story,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently Gene Roddenberry changed it enough that Harlan didn't get any credit other than the script credit. However, the end result Harlan hated so much that he didn't want his name attached to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ironically, if you want like more of the inspiration and ideology that went into that, Babylon 5 is actually the place to go to for what Harlan would have actually wanted.
Yeah.
But yes, King. Yeah.
So is should we rename it today to Talking Trek?
I'm too lazy for that.
Okay. There was a commercial that I saw. Okay, I'm going to ask a stupid question. I'm sure you already know this. You know what the Gorn is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I saw a commercial recently that had Kirk, William Shatner, sitting on a couch and a Gorn, and they're both. It kind of takes. I mean, I would assume it was shot maybe within the past 5 years. So Kirk from remember back in the original series how he looked and how the Gorn looked. Both were ripped and young, and so imagine where William Shatner looks now, within the last 5 years. A little bigger in the stomach and older, no hair. Gorn looks kind of the same way. And they're just sitting there chilling on the couch, drinking a beer or whatever. And I can't even remember what the commercial was for. I think it may have been for a beer. But they get into like a fight, over changing the channel, or maybe it was a commercial for insurance, or maybe cable TV. I don't remember now. I'd have to look it up, but it was entertaining enough. I thought it was funny.
I think I only became aware of that a few years ago because obviously we didn't get that here. So then again, I mean, I was just watching a Fat Files, the Fat Electrician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was watching one of his videos with Grim about an hour ago, and he's talking about the Toyota Hilux, and one of the examples he shows is an Australian ad for the Toyota Hilux. That is one of the most obscure ads you could imagine, but it was such a phenomenon here in Australia that they actually played it for like 2 years because people loved the ad.
Wow.
Yeah. It absolutely ridiculous. I basically look up Toyota bugger, and yeah, that ad went on for at least 2 years because of how popular it was. Which also goes to show you just what kind of people Australians are. Aside from imaginary, of course.
Yeah, sure. Well, see, I don't necessarily subscribe to the whole imaginary thing because I believe in fairies. I believe in leprechauns. I believe in. I'm just going to shut up now. Vampires and zombies, werewolves, and damn fine coffee.
It's been a bit like that today, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been up for about 4 hours now, and yeah, for me it's like 7 a.m. So yeah, I've been up for about 4 hours now, and I'm cold. Wife refuses to let me turn the heat on right now because it's 64 degrees in the house. Gotta wait until it gets below 20, then we can turn the heat on. Fuck. I have snot coming out my nose frozen, like snot sickles.
Yeah, I got nothing to add to that because I mean, you know, mainly we don't freeze here.
Yeah.
But
What in your area, like specifically, I've asked this before, but I got to ask again just because the topic's on my mind. What is the coldest that it does typically get? Or let me rephrase. What's the coldest that it has gotten where you're at?
that I can remember,
Yeah.
-2.
Okay, so that would be about 28 degrees Fahrenheit for me. That's pretty chilly. Yeah, that's pretty chilly.
But that's in like 40 years that I can remember.
Yeah, I gotcha. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's typical for us this time of year.
On average, I would say usually we only get down to about -3. -3, down to 3. So yeah, you're probably looking at that and going, "You bastards." So,
No, I mean that's kind of an average for us as well. I mean, the only reason why it's so cold for us today and the next few days is because we've got a big Arctic blast coming in from Canada. Those damn Canadians.
oh yeah, no, I get that. Um, last year, actually, we were getting Antarctic blasts coming up.
Right.
Yeah, and oh my god, that sucked. That's where the -2 came from.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Ooh, those were not days I wanted to get up for.
Yeah, I understand that.
Especially considering, our houses are made to kind of vent.
Right.
So yeah, when everything suddenly gets really cold, we yeah, the insulation kind of isn't there for it.
Right. It just kind of sucks that chill in. Yeah.
I think we had like $1,000 heating bills at the time too, which sucked even more.
Yeah, and that's where our issue is right now. Is our heat is all based off of propane,
Mm.
and yeah, it's the fucking damn price of propane is so fucking expensive. So we're just trying to do jumping jacks just to keep warm to conserve having to spend more money on propane.
So I don't know if this is more or less for you, but for 3 months, our total gas bill ended up being around $400 to $500.
Ours is close to about 1,600.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really?
If you combine from November to now, so it's done. We do it in quarters. We get gas in quarters, but see, we're buying propane. Uh, we're buying about 250 gallons at a time, and to keep the heat I mean, and it's been brutally cold. I mean, like I said earlier today, I mean, it's currently 35 degrees. That's Fahrenheit outside. So that's like what, 1 degree Celsius. And just to maintain a comfortable temperature in the house. It was 64 degrees when I woke up this morning, and that's because we didn't turn the heat on last night. That's pretty chilly inside the house.
Mm.
So I mean, hot coffee is a good thing to do. Jumping jacks is a good thing to do, but in order to keep the heat going, 24/7, you just that propane just gets sucked up quick.
Mm.
And our stove is also gas, so you got that's sucking it up. So I mean, we're buying, like I said, about $250 or 250 gallons worth of propane twice a quarter this time of year. So every 2 months, basically.
Okay. Yeah, we've got gas heating and gas stove, so we're kind of in the same unfortunate position.
Yeah.
Although we're looking to get the gas completely removed so that we can go electric on both of those, because I mean we've
It's
got the
exactly
solar
what we
panels.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to do. But yeah, so it costs us roughly $750 to fill up to get 200. So it's about $3 a gallon.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I'll,
stupid expensive.
I'll add in the AUD to USD conversion for Grim and let her know that the gas bill might suck, but at least it's not that.
Yeah. Yeah. What are the price of eggs for you?
Chickens are really good, aren't they?
The chickens are cheap, but the damn eggs are expensive. I can't figure that out.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you because
Oh no, I'm
I
curious.
feel
I'm
like
dying to know.
I feel like I'd have to start an egg smuggling ring for you. Well, let me put it this way: I can get them like decent, large, XL size chicken eggs.
Yeah.
12-pack for like $3.
So for me, it's $6 US,
Mm-hmm.
like $5 and some change. That would basically put it for you at about $9. I'm looking at the USD to AU conversion. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd make it about $9 for you.
I mean, we do have $9 egg cartons, sure, but
Oh,
they're like,
these are like the generic grocery store brand.
oh yeah, no, ours are the $3 ones.
Yeah.
We do have ones that are like $9, $10, $12, and they're like homegrown.
Yeah.
No, this,
The
no that.
brown eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like I don't give a crap. Just give me some fucking eggs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless, they're going to be stillborn chicken babies anyway.
Right.
Does it matter?
It's just when you crack one open and there's a beak, that's the one that I don't want.
Yeah, that's never a problem here.
It could be an issue. I mean, it has been an issue here in the past. That has happened.
Now, is that with the home eggs or is that with the store bought eggs?
It's with home eggs, yeah. Yeah, with home eggs.
Yeah, no. When we had chickens, or when I had chickens back in high school, yeah, no, we had occasionally that would happen.
Yeah,
with ours as well. Yeah, but that's because they're more free range and everything.
yeah, and then that's what ours were. Ours, when we had them, they were all free range, and we're down to 0 chickens now. Our last one perished about 3 weeks ago. Stray dog got up on the back porch, cornered it, and shook the shit out of it, and yeah, it's gone. So
Bugger.
yeah, but we'd had her for close to 5 years, and I mean, for a chicken, that's old.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't normally say, to hurt dogs, but fuck that dog.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, it's enemy number one right now. So
Yeah.
we haven't seen it in, well, since I chased it off.
Understandable. Um, I had, because once my school project because I went to an agricultural school, and once that project was up at the end of the whole high school period, up in year 12, um, I sent them off to my aunt because she's on a farm. She's already got chickens.
Hmm.
Made sense. We weren't
Good
really.
home. Yeah, good home for them.
And one of them died not long after. So that was unfortunate. But the other, because there were 4 left at that point, because one of them died over the period of the 3 years.
Yeah.
One of them died, probably stress over the move or whatever. But the other 3 remained for like 3, 4 more years. So they were almost like 9 years old at that.
Oh, wow.
And like two of them were the younger one, like more the chick ones in the group that when I got them. But the other one was like the mama of like the
Yeah.
matriarch of the group.
Yeah.
And she just held out for so long. She just got fat and everything. I was like, and when she told me, because I named her Kobold, because I'm a nerd like that.
Mhm.
I was like, holy crap, she finally died. What'd you do to her? And she was like, oh, ate her.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something we could do. I mean, these things became pets. I mean, they all had, and every single one of them had a very unique personality unto itself,
Mm.
and it was really weird. You wouldn't think that, but they did.
Oh,
And,
no, I fully believe that.
yeah, and I mean, also too, I mean, each one of them, short of the dog getting this one, all of them died under mysterious circumstances. Like we'd go out and one was in the corner of the yard dead. Like what? And like 2-3 hours previous, it was fine. She was just clucking around, pecking at the ground and stuff. Well, I have no idea what killed her. So, we're not gonna consume her because no idea what got her. Don't know if a snake bit her. We've never found any injuries on her. Don't know if it was heat stroke. No clue. So it's like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna eat this. And these were egg chickens, not to be hacked up and turned into soup chickens.
Yeah. No. And to be fair, she probably didn't actually eat the chicken. If anything, she probably had it plucked and cooked up for food for the animals,
I gotcha.
the dogs and stuff. So yeah.
Just got to give you the horror of it. Yeah. Yeah. That's great family member there. Sounds like something I would do.
To be fair, she was also my godmother as well.
Right.
So like, yeah, she was a riot.
Yeah.
Half my humor comes from her. So
Gotcha. I understand. I get it. Yeah. No, so now I've got an 8-foot by 12-foot run, and then their coop. And so I'm thinking of just removing the coop from the run and turning the run itself because it stands about 12 feet tall. So it's 12 foot tall, 12 foot long, and 8 foot wide. And I'm thinking about just turning that into a greenhouse so we can grow vegetables inside.
yeah.
Because I ain't getting any more chickens. Those suckers poop everywhere, and that ain't fun.
Oh yeah, that. The chicken shed cleanup at the end of the month each month.
Well,
Jesus Christ. I would have done it more often, but it would be exhausting doing it like
Oh no.
every week, and then having to also do school as well.
Hmm.
Fuck that.
I mean, I'll be honest. If a chicken could be trained to poop in a box like a cat does, or to go to a specific spot or want to go outside, I would love to have an indoor chicken as a pet. I think that'd be fun as hell. Uh, but no, they just walk along and just walk along, put, walk along, meh. No,
Yeah.
can't deal with it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Well, Gersher is missing out on some fun chat.
Oh, I know, right? All the chicken poop you could ask for.
Yep.
No idea what's happening with him. Oh well. Yeah. So did you want to talk
Maybe
about your topics? Or
what topics do I have?
I'm pretty sure you mentioned something after last stream, and now I'm trying to scroll back to find it. What
Yeah,
was
me
the date?
too.
9th.
Oh, I talked about D&D the Edition Wars.
Oh yeah, but that was like you were gonna do, so
Yeah, and I still haven't wrapped my head around exactly how I want to execute that one. Because really what I'd like to do is I'd like to get some people on that are partial to like one specific edition. So like get somebody that's diehard third edition fan, get someone that's diehard fifth edition, someone that's diehard second edition, first edition. I don't think we'll ever find anybody that's diehard fourth edition, but I can act. Fourth edition was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I don't know why they had to come out with a fifth edition. Fifth edition sucks.
I mean,
Who's going to deny that?
Oh my god. Two names. Huh?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say 2 names immediately popped into my head who would probably defend 4th edition, but
was there ever anything specific for Eberron released in 4th edition?
aside from the campaign guide, the player's guide, and an adventure?
Okay, so there, I just honestly I know nothing about 4th edition other than the core books. I never got anything past the core books. And I couldn't even tell you where they are today. I don't. I may have sold them. I may have just kept them in a box somewhere out in the shit. I don't have no idea. I never actually played 4th edition.
Neither did I. I only had the Eberron books for it because by the time I got back round to the game after a while, they'd already moved on to a new edition, and so I saw the Eberron campaign guide, player's guide, and grabbed them, and then quickly realized just how fucking different it was from what I'd looked at being the system before, and was just like, well, at least the campaign guide is mostly just lore stuff, so that's good. But yeah, unfortunately, those were lost in one move or another. But
yeah, I hate that.
But yeah, that I can't really complain too much because the place I got them from, looking back, they could only have had them for like a year, and they were like 60% off.
Oh wow!
Like in Australia, That tells you where the direction of 4th edition
Oh
is
yeah,
going.
yeah.
And like, it was a hobby store. This is what they deal in. And they were just like, well,
Clearing out inventory. Yeah.
D&D isn't selling. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There are days that I really miss having a gaming store,
Mm.
but when I sit and think about it for more than 10 minutes, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore.
I mean, partially I can agree. Like, if you kept doing that, you wouldn't really have had the same drive to do your channel. And then,
Well, so it's the channel. That's what makes me want to have it.
Mm.
If for any other reason, to have like the perfect kind of backdrop, if that makes sense.
yes, I know exactly where you're going with that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could facsimile something like that in my, in this bedroom, but I don't know. I mean, having a large, expansive retail location, um, that's what I would really like to do is have a. This is what I want. I want I want a retail location that I can decorate up, keyword there, decorate, with all of the different editions of D&D, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Battletech, Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40K, Mage Knight, Highlander the CCG, the Crow CCG, all, you name it. Star Trek the role-playing game, Star Trek the card game, all of that stuff. I want it in there and set up as if you could walk in and buy that stuff if you wanted. But it's not open to the public. It's only there for me to record in. And I need about my wife and I were sitting down trying to determine, okay, well, how could I make that a reality? I need about 2 million subscribers. I got a little ways to go.
But you're a lot closer than I am.
I don't know, man. Things could blow up and you'd never know. I mean, you just never know.
True. That's hilarious that you said that. Have you heard of a channel called Viva La Dirt League?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did that.
They went far beyond that. They created their own little town.
Yeah, because they bought the warehouses.
Yeah. I mean, they bought their own fucking little town. I mean, and I think they've got whatever they're doing. It's entertaining, and I admit I don't watch every single video that they push out, but I mean, it is entertaining and it's fun. I mean, if I was a diehard like Warcraft, and that's kind of who I think it's really aimed at, is the Warcraft fan. And I've long since gotten out of playing that game, but
I feel like it probably appeals to the Warcraft and the Skyrim
yes,
player base.
yes, yes.
There's definitely a lot of both of those type of things in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they've got some very funny stuff that they do skit wise.
Yeah. The new series that they've been doing, Dev, or it's not like Dev.
Is it not Journeyman?
No. It's where they're the people who make the.
Oh yeah.
And some of the skits they've been doing on that, Grim and I have just kind of occasionally been looking at each other going, oh, this is too real to the actual industry.
Yeah, I think one of the latest ones was they're sitting there in the boardroom. Let's make a game trailer, and they sink like half their budget just into the trailer, but we're never going to release the game. It's always just going to be for pre-orders only. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
The whole
I'm like,
time.
that sounds like Diablo.
Oh, you went Diablo. I went Star Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Buy into our game that kind of exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Just. But yes, that would probably be the dream. That's the dream number right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, if I could have my own village. Well, I mean, actually, blather on for a minute. Gosh, I wouldn't even know where to find it now. I've posted my dream village. You've
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
yeah,
in my Discord, right?
yeah.
Just this really cool, got a shop area that's and that would be the next evolution of it would be to have like a, I don't know, would you call it like a theme park?
Yeah.
But I mean, no rides.
Yeah.
There's no rides in it. It's just a shopping area, a coffee shop, a restaurant,
A themed park.
a themed park. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's it. And kind of a, like a hotel sort of, but it wouldn't be open to the general public. It would only be open to, a select group of people. Yeah, that would be fun. Because I wouldn't want to deal with like, I don't want to get bogged down with running a business. And that I want it to be a neat place for people to come in and hang out, chill out.
Just like this stream currently.
Yeah.
It's a nice, quiet, chill place.
Yeah, because there's no pots and pans banging around.
Hey, RPG Dad and Grumpy Old Slant.
Okay. Well, there's no pots and pans, but I can do this.
Oh, it's that sweet ASMR. That's what we're here for.
Okay, everybody, shh, listen. I don't know if that came through or not. I could barely hear it.
It did. And I hope you know that...
you got to go pee now?
No. That was a very inconsistent stream. Thank you very much.
That was the finishing.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's the finisher, well, then, we'll give you a pass this time.
Coffee's good.
Seriously, it's a good thing I ended up calling this thing Talkin Drek, because could you imagine if this was actually a stream about something? Fuck me.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, if we have topics, cool, we can talk about specific topics. If we don't, talk about anything else. So you are working on a new layout.
Who told you that?
Nobody.
Good. Yes, I've been working on a new layout. Yeah, I mean, so the main frame of it is based on game assets from an old game that got a redo version called Battlezone.
Okay.
The Activision version that's now owned by Rebellion. And I'd initially used some of their assets when I first started the channel, and then dropped them because I thought about it and was like, maybe I probably shouldn't blatantly be using assets, especially when they don't like have like a web kit or anything like
Yeah.
that. So I sent them an email, and like 3-4 months later, they got back to me and they were like, "Hey, send us your channel. We'll have a look to see what kind of content you've got, etc., etc." Right? And then so I did that, and they sent me back. Well, we can't endorse um your channel or anything like that. Uh, we're not going to prohibit you from using the assets
Oh wow.
inside the game files. So yeah, I kind of got a
Well,
passive
pass.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's pretty sweet.
yeah. So I mean, considering I mean, you saw the
Yeah, yeah.
layout style that I was doing. Considering that is kind of all I'm doing with playing around with it, just kind of
Yeah.
layout design. Yeah, it seemed like they were just cool with that. So
That's pretty cool. I mean that I don't know. Honestly, I find that refreshing and I find that very respectful.
mm,
You know, it's there. I don't know. I mean that coming from a corporate entity that says sure, and I get that they don't want to endorse. I understand that because I mean, you know, if you're especially if you're, you know, throwing uh, see you next Tuesdays out everywhere. Um, you know, I can see where a company wouldn't necessarily want to be associated with that. But the fact that they don't care if you use their assets and have given you more or less a blank check to use them, that's awesome.
mm. I mean, it probably helps that in my descriptions, especially when I'm doing like TOV or
Hmm.
um, cipher stuff, I've got the stuff in there about you know assets in this
This is where it comes from.
property of
Yeah.
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 Um, yeah, I'm more than happy, even though they didn't say anything. I'm will probably be putting into the description that the overlay assets are from
Right.
Battlezone 98 Riddell and Battlezone Combat Commander Rideau, and you know IP
Yeah.
belongs to Rebellion. Yeah, like it. Yeah, it wasn't really a big deal, but
Yeah. No, I mean it, but it's cool. I mean, it's fun to get that kind of acknowledgement from a big company.
mm,
You know, or let me rephrase, to get that kind of an approval from a big company.
I wish I could get that kind of approval from Kobo Press or MCG. But
So
apparently, I say things that they like the reviews. They just wish I would cut back on a few things. And I've heard that from other content creators and from certain people I've spoken to as well. And I just
so
can't stop doing that.
let me ask a question. I know where your stance is on fifth edition.
Yep.
What if you get an email and a package at the front door that's from Wizards of the Coast that says, "We'd like for you to check this stuff out. You're in under," and I'll tell you this up front. All of it comes with a disclaimer that you are in under no obligation to give a review even at all on the material provided.
Hmm.
So, you know, you're free to talk bad about it. You're free to talk good about it. How would you feel if Wizards reached out to you and sent you, you know, the latest, you know, like I think the new set coming out is for Forgotten Realms or something later this year. If that just suddenly arrived at your doorstep saying, "This is Wizards of the Coast, we're sending this to you to check out for free. Um, if you like it, great. If you don't, great. If you want to put it on your channel, okay. If you don't, okay."
You specifically went with WotC and 5e.
Yes.
Okay. The only content that I'm going to make out of that is literally getting my phone out, start recording, and then burning the motherfucker.
And what if they continue to send you product?
Then I'm going to continue to record and burn the motherfuckers.
What if it's an Eberron book? What if they reach out to you? We're going into the chat. We're going so far into the realm of hypotheticals. Okay, this is where it's going to get entertaining, folks. So hang on. What if they reach out to you and go, okay, Seraphis, the Pirate King, from what we've seen, you are among one of the top leading experts of Eberron. We want you to help us write a book. It's going to be 5e or 5.5e. Here's $60,000.
I'll send it back to them with a picture of my anus on it.
You get a reply back. What cavern is that?
The cavern of the dread booty.
Is that in the Dead Wastes?
First of all, it's demon wastes. And,
that's what I said. Well, at least that's why they're reaching out to you, because they don't know.
Yes, I know they don't know, because everyone who worked on the story stuff is now no longer at the company. In fact, some of them are at Kobold Press.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, no, WotC for me is kind of at the same shit level that CG, Callus Game Labs is. Like, I'm not touching their products again. If someone gets me one, like if family or something got me like the Eberron book, I would keep it because they are trying to do a nice thing.
Right.
Grim knows better. Grim would never do that. But like, yeah, I would just burn the fucking thing. Like, BattleTech, D&D, like, yeah, no, fuck them.
That's fair.
I've got principles.
I don't.
They're chaotic principles, but they're still principles.
I have no principles. I don't care. I'll take it all.
Yeah, I fully, and don't get me wrong, 60,000, that sounds really nice. I could pay off some things and probably get the shed renovated into a like proper game rec room. That's the word I'm looking for. Dress it up, get a nice table and everything and all that. But knowing it came from them, it would taint the whole thing, so I just couldn't do it.
120,000.
No. 2 billion. No.
Oh, bullshit. I'm gonna cry bullshit on that. Somebody wants to send me 2 billion. I will sing, I will dance, I will write what you tell me to write. And then I'll go buy my store, decorate it with all the product that I want, and then expand into a coffee shop next to that, and then expand into a hotel next to that, and then invite all of my friends to live there and just hang out and do nothing. $2 billion can do that. Yes, sir.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I am a ridiculously stubborn, vengeful, vindictive individual. My family is known for that. So, you know,
Grumpy. Anyone offering you $2 billion is bullshitting you. Well, of course. I mean, that's why I specifically said that we're going off into the realm of complete hypothetical here.
On the bright side, 2 billion would also allow me to regather all my blue chip stocks, so that would be good. Oh, I just sound like a real fucking rich shit, don't I?
Well, I mean, if you have $2 billion, I mean, just look at the world around us. Of course you can act like a rich shit. That's expected.
Yeah, but like, do you know what blue chip shares are?
I know what they are. I don't know what the current. I can't spell.
Exactly, Slan.
Yeah, so I mean, like a blue chip stock is it's not like one specific thing. It's a stock that's held, or stocks that are held in companies that historically have performed well.
Yeah. I used to have a 20 grand portfolio of blue chip shares. And I would like to get them back.
Yeah. I've got. So my son decided he had to get into cryptocurrency, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So in order for him to do it, I had to open an account. So I started investing a little bit into cryptocurrency. I initially started with like $15, and I'm currently at $13.94.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if people want some investment pointers, I can give them to you for like what's considered good shares and stuff, because do not listen to the market or anything like that. It is full of shit. Never go with new stuff either. Go with stuff people need. And
Medical marijuana, medical shrooms. It's a big stock here in the States anyway.
not so much here. Mostly because we can just grow it ourselves. Not supposed to, but
Well, I mean, that's here too. I mean, although marijuana, I believe in the States, each person is allowed to grow. Well, I mean, in states where it's legal, each person's allowed to grow like X amount. I couldn't tell you what that amount is, though. I'm too stupid to figure out how to even begin something like that.
well, unfortunately, the cousin in my family who did know all about that, he passed away.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a couple of years ago. It's okay. But still
didn't
sucks.
pass on the trade secrets.
No.
Oh well.
Which was
I
the
bet
real
you the
bastard.
secret. I'll bet you the secret to it is a bunch of chicken shit.
Well, he did do it on his mum's farm, so that yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Grumpy Banks, terrible. Which sounds stupid, like a bank should seem like a good investment, but banks are actually not good investments, which is just an oxymoron of an idea. It's bad to invest in bank shares. That concept still just sounds so stupid to me.
Investing in banks, yeah.
No.
Well, it all comes from Mary Poppins, which is Disney.
Well, it all comes from the British system, yes, but it's just, it's so stupid.
Although Disney stock went up 79 cents on Friday.
How did the fuck did it go up? I heard the new Winter Soldier sucks ass.
Well, it's if you go back to November though, it's actually down like $8.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, it's 52-week high was 123, so it's at 110 right now. So it's actually down $13 over the year.
Okay, Canticle. Technically, the bikies aren't an issue anymore. We still have the bikie gangs, but they don't really care about the marijuana trade anymore. So, yeah. But you do need a good relationship with the police. That's just a given. So if you're not paying them off, you do need to be supplying them. And it better be marked down.
Oh, Grumpy brings up a good point. Folks only discovered that the movie sucked after the markets closed on Friday. So we'll see what Disney stock does tomorrow. No, wait. Tomorrow is a federal holiday. Is it? No, tomorrow's not a federal holiday. So they should be open.
Oh, not my country. Man, I've got to stop dissing America.
Why?
Okay, let me rephrase that. I've got to stop going on certain channels and dissing America.
Gotcha.
It's not it. Either my comment disappears, or I get a lot of angry people. Like the USAID thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of you guys think that it probably is for like humanitarian aid stuff and things like that, right? But for the most part, all it actually does is fund CIA clandestine operations in most countries.
It's a broad portfolio.
Like I've talked about certain things on here when I got political sometimes, right? About American interference in Australian politics stuff, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff caused by the CIA was done, funded by the USAID. We can literally see the paper trails here. So, like, the whole thing of, oh, they're cutting. We're just like, well, good. America won't fuck our political and our democracy up so much anymore. Yay! Now all we've got to do is deal with Murdoch, which about the same. I swear to God, Murdoch is so goddamn powerful in Australia. It's not funny. Because, like, he's essentially bought out. So, Rupert Murdoch, obviously, the whole News
Yeah.
Corp media
Yeah.
tycoon. He basically has bought up almost every independent news journalism in Australia. So everyone essentially has to get their news and reporting here through him, which means anyone else who is looking at the news is essentially getting it from Murdoch. So the Australian Broadcasting, they got their funding cut by the Liberal government, so they had to turn to their local resource. Who's their local resource? Rupert Murdoch. And it's like, how? And then do you know what happened to the Australian Broadcasting Company? Our ABC? It's a federal department, right? Liberal put a former Murdoch goon in charge of it.
So they still do Murdoch's bidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? The sheer control Murdoch has over Australia is just ridiculous. And I will continue to point out just how much of a shriveled scrotum that man looks like. And I don't care that he is so powerful, he can make me disappear like that. I'm not scared.
But you've got $2 billion now.
Yes, that makes all the difference. $2 billion and 72 subscribers? Yeah, 72 subscribers. Yeah, that.
And a massive blue chip portfolio.
Had massive blue.
No, you've got that back now.
Oh, I've got that back.
We'll assume you've gotten that back now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to jump. No, go ahead.
Kenticle, yes. Rupert Murdoch is from Australia. Whether or not we actually consider a shriveled scrotum an Aussie is debatable. We don't. No one in Australia does. But yeah, no. He's Australian. He just doesn't pay his taxes, and every time we try to make him pay his taxes, he cries foul that Centrelink exists because he's a cunt. Anyway, Coffee Guru, go.
Okay, I'm going to drastically change tracks.
Yep.
Because this is a question that I almost asked earlier in the stream.
Yep.
So, again, another hypothetical. Let's say, and I won't even state that it's Watsy. Let's say it's just a random company that you respect. Okay. They come to you and go, okay, we want to craft up a new setting for a fantasy role-playing game. Or I'm going to backtrack just a touch. Assume maybe it's for Cypher System, and they want a dedicated campaign setting for any of the genres that you can play in that using that system.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the setting that you would create?
So it's kind of my home game, and it's the closest I can probably put to it is that it's a little bit like either Aura Battler Dunbine or Tenchi Muyo War on Gemini. Essentially, it's a fantasy setting, but there's like floating airships and stuff that have a kind of technological level to them. But there's also organic mecha. But the mecha are kind of rarish. So like a kingdom might have 2 or 3. So wars are still fought conventional ways. It's just if a kingdom dedicates one of its powerful units, it's kind of weakening itself, kind of thing.
So if you were to advance, I'm going out here. If you were to advance that civilization, that setting by say 20,000 years,
Mm-hmm.
would you at that point have kind of a cyberpunk type setting?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I get exactly where you're at now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
But like with a uh, uh well, yes, they are kind of kaiju-ish.
Yeah, I was going to Canical just asked that. That's an awesome one there too. Like
Mm.
kaiju. That would be like Tarrasques around every corner.
Grown like pilotable kaiju,
Yeah.
essentially. Like yeah, that those settings were fucking amazing. Um and the thing is that they've already kind of got a spot in D&D because Aura Battler Dunbine was actually part of an inspiration for some lore and stuff in AD&D Spelljammer.
Hmm.
So yeah, it kind of already exists, but my setting kind of does things very differently, and yeah, like I would imagine that advancing my setting would kind of bring it more in line, like continue those elements,
Yeah.
but like advance it so that now you've got like these magitech cyborg horses and magitech like cybernetics or
Yeah.
prosthetics and things like that, and yeah, kind of advancing like that. Yes, yes, Canticle. Kaiju fights and Kaiju versus Cyberpunk airship fights. Yes, it's
So
awesome.
really, almost everybody would be artificers, but like subclasses of artificer.
Not really, because using Cipher System, for example,
Hmm.
you wouldn't be like Artificer would only be necessary to make/grow the giant robots or the airships or things like that. Um, like it would be a skill, a piloting skill to
I follow
pilot
you.
the
I
giant
got you. Yeah.
mecha.
So I can build it, but I ain't got any hope in hell of actually piloting the damn thing.
Mm,
That's where you come in. Yeah.
yeah,
I got you. I got you.
and I mean both of those two animes that I mentioned have examples of like great creators in them who are just like, yeah, no, we build them or we grow them. Um, you guys know, like
Yeah.
pilot. You guys are pilots. You're the warriors,
Yeah. I
and like
follow you.
yeah, like the funny thing about both of those is that people like fight over the rights to um uh like the mechanics essentially,
Hmm.
so that oh, we want to barter for this mechanic. Oh no, no, we're going to go to war with you. Oh no, we're bringing out our mecha to stop you with this. Oh yeah, we've brought our own mecha to fight you with this, and like it can just escalate to be like,
Yeah.
well,
I kind of liked how the movie Pacific Rim did it. Um, with their big damn, I can't remember what the
Jaeger.
not robots, but yeah, the Jaeger. I really liked how they did that with the Neurolinks and all that,
Mm.
and how the kaiju got here. Um, I think things started to kind of fall apart when they started doing weird sequels, but I like the original one. I thought that was pretty cool.
Sequels? What do you mean? Those are great, especially when they went to Australia and made a fucking anime about it. And then Americans decided that they could do it better, and so they did it all without even consulting a single Australian, let alone having an Australian on a story that's full of Australians. Bijan! Oh, the
Did you ever
Bijan!
see the fan made movies?
No.
Oh my god. There was one called like the Atlantic Rim. Yeah, I shit you not. I shit you not. I mean, this thing is, you talk about low budget. I mean, just wow. I mean, you and I right now probably have a higher budget performance with this stream than that movie did.
Jesus Christ.
It's terrible. You got to watch it.
Slan, for some reason that China Myvel sounds familiar, and I don't know why. Has he collaborated with someone recently? Get back to me on
Never
that.
heard of that.
Did he collaborate with Keanu Reeves? Slan, is that him? Probably have to wait 30 seconds to get a reply to that.
Oh yeah, because there is a little bit of a delay on the restream, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did a thing with Keanu Reeves. Anyway, until that comes up. I forgot what we were talking about.
Just kaiju.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Atlantic Rim. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did they do an Indian Rim as well?
They're probably, I don't know.
And do we get a Baltic Sea Rim?
Possibly. I mean,
Baltic
at some point,
Strait
there's
Rim?
probably even a toilet bowl rim. But trust me, you don't want to see the kaiju that comes up out of that.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Not as far as I know. All right. Let's see if I can figure out who this guy is because he sounds familiar. The Book of Elsewhere. China and Keanu Reeves. It was. That's why I know him. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. He wrote a book with Keanu Reeves. Greenland. Fuck.
Yeah.
Why did I read that?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I really enjoyed the part where France wants to mobilize support troops to reinforce Greenland in case America decides to invade it. Oh, that is going absolutely. That.
World's in a crazy place right now. I just don't get it.
And the sun is hot. Yes, obvious statements.
Yeah, except it's freezing cold out here outside right now.
Yeah, that's because you're further away from
I
the
know.
sun.
I know.
Get 6 inches away from the sun, and then it's a completely different story.
Yeah. I told the wife when I retire, that's going to be one of the first things I do is rip a hole in the wall and build a wood burning fireplace.
See, I would like to go that route, but one, surprisingly, there's not actually a good supply of wood
I
in
was gonna
Australia.
say, yeah.
Despite how often we're on fire, we don't actually have a good supply of like firewood, which means I'd have to go buy it, which
Defeats the purpose, yeah.
yeah, I'm just wasting my money on that instead of, you know,
Nordic Rim, the stand of the Vikings.
we're going into bad places now.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Uh, well, I'm going to switch over to this to give us 5 minutes. Ah, there it is. Wing. Yes. Now, for the record, I know it's only been an hour and 11 minutes, but
You got an early start.
it's not just an early start. I've been having early mornings because the kids have decided that 6 a.m. is their new wake up time.
Ah, yeah.
And if we don't get up too, they will make all the noise. All of it. Which I already thought that they made all the noise.
Yeah. Well, our kids did the same, only instead of making all the noise, they made all the breakfast. And I mean, like, all the eggs, all the bacon, all the sausage, and pancakes, and cereal, and orange juice.
Did you at least get to share in it?
Yeah, except you're really not supposed to put orange juice in the cereal.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean that, yeah.
Furry rim job. Seriously, guys. Seriously. I know we're talking Drek, but have some fucking class, you cunts.
And I thought I was 12 years old.
That's our secret. We're all 12 years old.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it is funny.
It is funny. And I really just wanted to I really just wanted to call it out because, you know, otherwise I'd have to just keep doing this when I could just, you know, tell people.
Yeah. Fan fiction.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, they used orange juice because the milk was all used to make biscuits.
Wait, what?
Mechanical says earn the orange juice cereal chaos.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, they when the breakfast happened, they used orange juice in the cereal because they used all the milk to make biscuits.
See, that's what I thought you said.
Mhm.
And then I thought I had a stroke. I needed to confirm that that's what you said because
That's what I said.
yeah.
The justification? Well, it all goes to the same place. I mean, there's a degree of logic there, yes, but
I'm laughing in terror, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because that's your past. It's my future.
Yeah, it is. Kids. Gotta
I
love
feel
them.
like I've got another year, maybe 2. And then one morning I'm going to wake up to that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have any bacon. The boy who's allergic to eggs will probably be cooking up 1,000 eggs. There'll probably be peanut butter everywhere, which he's also allergic to.
Oh, by the way, we're out of cereal, so I made some toast and put milk in that. It's crunchy if you eat it quick enough. Oh, the experiences you have to look forward to.
And now that I don't have any medication for the depression onset that I've just gotten,
Hey, at least the coffee was untouched.
oh, that's great. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Nor do I smoke. Apparently 2 things which get most parents that I know through the day.
Well, I don't smoke, and I mean I do drink coffee, but
Yeah, but you also have alcohol, and I can't drink that anymore either. So I'm fucked on 3 accounts of coping.
hey, I did discover that the Crown Royal XO Reserve,
Mm-hmm.
0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Oh, you mean the gift bottle that comes in your dice bag?
Yes, yes, the
Yeah.
free bottle that comes with the dice bags.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow. Oh man, you really like your dice bags, don't you? I'm starting to understand why you had a spare or 2 to be able to send to me. Or 21. Yeah.
I can't reach the other 19 of them.
And that's just this year.
Yeah, that's just this month. No, I collect. Yeah, I mean, I collect them. I'm still trying to figure out a way I can affordably get something sent over to you.
Yeah. Maybe get a good relationship with the Renegade, the RPG guys who do the Essence 20 system, because they got shit to me here in like a week and some change, and yeah,
I've reached out to them, and they all I get is, "Oh, we've sent this to our marketing department," like just a form letter back. I'm like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
I think Gur eventually had to go through just buying it himself
Yeah,
so that he could review My Little Pony.
I know it's going to be a battle, man. I'm telling you, if I get a copy of it, he's going to have to speed up his time. He's got a copy of it, right?
Yes.
No, I don't. And it's the moment I get my copy, though, oh, watch out. So it's a race.
Uh,
It's a race.
it's just so weird.
It is. It really is.
Although I think what's more weird is that it's the same system, and they've created a crossover system that, although it doesn't technically include My Little Pony,
It
it's
can't.
the same mechanics, so it can
Yeah.
include My Little Pony with G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Power Rangers.
So it's almost like Cipher System.
Well,
Just
at that
saying,
rate, anything can be Cypher System.
right?
Hello, Tori. Glad you got some sleep. Um, what was I going to say? I thoroughly embarrassed myself twice, no less, at D&D today, whatever.
Oh, what
Yep.
did you do?
I missed a part of the wording of one of my artificer infusions, and then I went to heroically assist one of the other player characters, and rolled a natural 1 on the attack.
Well, at least you didn't shart yourself.
Yes, but my embarrassment level was a full-on 11. So, it wasn't bad enough that I fucked up, but then I fucked up again. Technically, it was the other way around in chronological order. So I went to help someone. I was like, "Oh, I can help here. Go on." I need a higher than a 5 to be able to help them. I've got a D20. I need a
Yeah.
5. Technically, due to our bonuses on the board, technically I needed a 3 or higher. Roll
What?
1.
Oh.
Critical fumble. Okay. Do I maintain hold of my weapon? 2. Fucking cunt of a bullshit motherfucker. You fuckity fuck. So not only did I waste the charge from my weapon, my wand, I also dropped it as well
Well, crit
on
happens.
the astral plane, which in 3.5 means that that's moving at roughly 2 hexes
Mm-hmm.
per round.
So your sword is gone.
Extendable spear with a wand chamber inside of it. But yes, a 57,000 gold weapon is gone.
So what are you going to do now?
I bring up the knife to slit my wrist with, because honest to God, that was my primary weapon.
Yeah.
And we're about to go fight the final boss. We're now in the room with him, so it's literally the final boss time, and I lost my primary weapon. So fuck my life. Um. Yeah. No. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. And then yeah, so there's an infusion from 3.5 Eberron called a Blade of Armor.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, at my level, I can give someone DR15 dash nothing damage reduction. The fine print that apparently I either missed or forgot was that it only lasts until the first damage, and then it disappears.
So it can only reduce it one time.
It can only reduce it one time. I felt like a fucking idiot. And I was so goddamn embarrassed.
How far apart was the fumble to the casting of that protection?
Oh, it just happened in the previous room. So
Oh, okay. So
it didn't really have enough to really fuck up the game.
gotcha.
But it was just...
But the fact that you don't have a primary weapon, well, so what is your backup weapon?
a wand I was given of fireballs that I had to recharge.
It's the dwarf. I'm gonna throw the dwarf. How many charges?
Thankfully, I've almost fully recharged it, so I've got like almost 50 charges back on it.
Okay, so you've got a 50 charge wand of fireballs. You are a artificer. Do you have how much time before the next attack? Like, do you have any options of being able to tinker with it to enhance it in any way?
Not really, because I'd need like a minute, and we've just kind of stepped through. So I would have to kind of ask everyone to, hey, wait a second, can we all sit for a second so I can just do something to this one?
What if you just take your round, and instead of performing an action, you tinker?
Almost all infusions to affect a magic an item like that take 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
you'd
wasn't
have to
being...
skip like 10. You don't have to skip, 10. Ugh. What about your homunculi? Are they still on the ship?
I don't have any homunculi. We have not had that downtime for me to start making homunculi.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Dude, that was like almost 2 years ago you were talking about putting those together.
Yep.
Holy
I was
shit.
awfully ambitious that would happen soon.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked.
But it's the care in the way you say it that really helps me.
So what is the bad guy? What
So I think he's a rhyme giant Jarl. So he's a Jarl giant, but I think he's a rhyme giant. Rime, obviously, before you start getting immature. Because we've already fought. Basically, we know that the hierarchy is frosts and then ice giants, and then there's been a couple of rhyme giants who we've seen around who seem to be lording over them. So we think that the Jarl is a rhyme giant as well.
So theoretically, he should be susceptible to fire.
Yes, but every ice and rhyme giant that we've fought previously has magical totems on them that will suck up that's making them immune to fire damage.
Can you target the floor?
It's stone.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you're not in an ice cavern. Okay.
No.
Because my first thought would be target the floor, melt it, and because this thing is it actually made? Is the giant made of ice or?
No, I think they're elemental plane aligned rather than...
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
because my first thought was thinking, like melt the floor, it sinks into that, and then immediately freezes, making it immobile. but if the floor is rock, that probably wouldn't work unless you could make it lava somehow. But probably still difficult to do that with just a wand of fireballs.
While we all love making the floor as lava, I am aware of that spell. It's in the book Sandstorm. Transmute rock to lava. It's an awesome spell, but I'm not a caster. I make magic items. I need to make something that can do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it was made of ice, you could just fireball the floor and there
Yeah.
you go. But
But yeah, no, that's the current assumption. The others in the group might know more than me, but yeah, I've only been in the game technically for like 6 hours in game.
And you've been playing it for over 2 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It would go quicker if we stopped arguing over the fucking rules.
But then it wouldn't be D&D.
This is why I like Cypher. I can just make a fucking call.
Yeah.
And move on.
Well, that's what I do with D&D is I just make the call and move on.
No. We've got too many spices in our group.
I gotcha.
So we need to work out the rules so that we're consistent every time. Right. And I love these people. Don't get me wrong. But sweet Jesus. Every fucking session.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah. If we didn't argue so much, we would have been done like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I get it.
But yes, anyway. Yeah. I guess probably should wrap, considering that I'm now 20 minutes over when I said I would finish up wrapping.
All right.
My goodness. All right. Hey, guess what? I'm going to do something weird.
Oh.
And no, it's not show you my penis.
Oh.
Yeah. Swezdalacera, I am Surface the Down Under Space Pirate, and welcome to Talkin Drek. I'm joined by... Do you want to introduce yourself?
Coffee Guru.
Coffee Guru. For all your
Because anytime's a good time for coffee.
I hear that from people. I don't know from personal experience. But I'll take your word for it.
It's good stuff. We should start every day with it.
I hear that a lot too. And yeah. I'm going to awkwardly end here at some point. But when?
Well, I think that you need to give us a kind of a recap of your D&D adventure. Like there was something big that happened.
Well, okay, so back in 1998,
yeah,
I first started playing D&D with a group of, I'm going to call them friends. They're really a bunch of assholes, but they were friends.
I get it, yeah.
And one in particular decided that he really liked Halo. So
I see where it's going, yeah.
So he basically created like a medieval Master Chief with a bunch of alchemist fire grenades. And it was our fault that when he was throwing them at the enemies, that we were in the